This is your boy Six Gear Cutlow, and we're here with the Kawasaki ZX-10R. We about to do a brake pad replacement on these brakes right here. This is my first time doing this. Well, actually, I'm gonna be real. This is my second caliper, but my first time doing it. I already did the right side caliper. Didn't want to record it because I wanted to pay attention, and it's not easy to pay attention and record at the same time. So this is gonna be me doing the second caliper on the front brakes of this bike. Now this is a Brembo caliper right here. I saw a lot of tutorials that helped me out with this. I'll tag them down here so you guys know where I got my information from and all that. But this is my first day attempting to change brake pads. So bear with me if I make any mistakes or anything like that. But anyways, first order of business is we're gonna remove the caliper, and the caliper is extremely easy to remove. And I'm doing this for people who aren't used to maintenance and haven't maintained a bike or just don't know what they're doing. To remove it, all you gotta do is take these two bolts out. So I'm gonna do that right quick. All right, so now to remove this, we're gonna use a size 12 bolt. Connect this bad boy up. Get it ready to loosen. Always remember, for new mechanics out there, people just getting into the hobby, left is loose, right is tight. So we're gonna turn this way towards our left to loosen these bolts up. Yeah, they tight. I doubt if they should even be that tight, but they tight, boy. This is why I use a torque wrench. I'm putting these bad boys back on. So we're gonna loosen these out. I'm gonna take this off of here to make it easier. We'll just hand unscrew it. All right, so before I remove this, I'm gonna take these hoses from, I guess, the brake fuel and one for the ABS, I believe. I'm gonna take these out so I can get more flexibility. See if I can see it better. Yeah, so these open up and they'll remove. There's one. And get this second one here. Two. All right, so we gotta remember to put these bad boys back into place, but this will give us a little more freedom with the caliper. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. Make sure that you have something to hold this caliper up. What I'm planning to do is, I don't have anything to hang it on right now. I guess I could have made something, but what I did last time is I put a chair here and set the caliper on the chair. So I'm gonna do that again, but I don't need the chair right now. I'm just showing you guys what I'm gonna end up doing. I try to back these screws out pretty evenly. Now, when you're taking these off, and when you remove the caliper, the main thing you need to remember is do not touch the brake. Do not touch the front brake. So if you gotta put something on the front brake or whatever, do that, but don't touch it, because you will be in a world of trouble, kid. These are the bolts. They had no grease on them. I guess they don't put grease on them from the factory. I don't think these have been taken out since I bought it. And these brakes are going on 15,000 miles. So all you gotta do is take that out, back out the caliper like this, and there you go. Now this is connected to here. I don't know if I should be touching that, so I'm not gonna touch it. I don't need to, actually. But here's what the brakes look like from the inside. These are your brake pads. See, they kind of getting worn down, but not fully gone. We still got a little bit of life. Is kind of what you want though. But that's what it looks like. You see how easy it is to take off. Now I'm gonna set this right here so it's not pulling on that wire. And then we're gonna clean all of this stuff out of here. So that'll be the next step. All right, now what we're gonna do is remove the actual brake pads up out of here. But to remove these brake pads out of here, you have to get these pistons back to create space for one of these to slide through here. So it'll go right here with no problem, but it won't slide out. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to create some space in these bad boys to get each one out at a time. You can't remove both at the same time. So what we'll end up doing is pushing two of these back on one side, and the others will go back as well. And then it'll create enough space for us to take this bad boy out. What you want to make sure you're doing is checking your brake reservoir up here, because if you got a lot of brake fluid in there, it might overflow from the pressure. These pistons are going to put pressure into that brake line, and then it's going to go up to your brake fluid reservoir. So make sure you're watching that while you're doing this. All right, now let's get this stuff. Let's get these bad boys taken out of here. What I'm gonna do, and it's not very easy for me to do because I'm trying to do it on camera. Let me see if I can adjust the angle. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, to get these out, I'm gonna press these pistons back. To press them back, I'm gonna wedge this in here. Make sure you don't touch the pistons with this. You can reach straight through here and then kind of wedge it. It's not that easy, but it can be done. There we go. One side, let me check my brake fluid. Let me make sure it's looking good. Brake fluid looking okay. Let's get this other side back. Now, you don't want to do this with brand new pads. You don't want to put nothing on the brand new pads. But these pads are old right here, so it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. There's an actual tool that people use for this, but I don't have it. So I got to do what I got to do, playboy. Watching that brake fluid level. All right, now let's see if we got enough space to get them popped out of there. Let's see. There we go. Bang, bang. If y'all can see that, there's one. That's what it looks like on the inside. All right. Then this is the second one. Pop right out. These are your brake pads right here. So if you look at it, had a little more life in these bad boys, but it's the winter time. We have 15,000. We're gonna take these bad boys out and put some brand new ones in there. All right, next order of business after we get that done is to come back and get these pistons pushed out a little more so we can clean around them. I've seen a few people do it to where they just press the front brake with a little bit of pressure to get this coming out, and they just kind of guide it. What I like to do is stick my old brake pads in here and kind of stick my old brake pads in here as like a safety net so these damn pistons don't pop out. You know what I'm saying? This would be a good way to do it. Like that. So see how I did that? One going this way, one going the opposite way. This will hold them up. Now, I'm gonna press this brake a little bit and see how my piston's coming out. There you go. This one's slow. See how this one right here is moving slow? Piston A or whatever. This thing is moving slow. So we really got to clean that one. All right, let's inch these out again. God damn. There we go. Way better results. Way better. Way better results. Yeah, those things are out. Perfect. Now we can take that out. The pistons are out. We can clean them bad boys now. Yeah, we can get down in there. Check them out. See how those pistons protruding? We can get down in there now and clean them. They out on an equal level. You can see the new part down there. We can get in there and do what we need to do. All right, so we got something on the back of it. Now we get a little pan filled with nastiness. Set that right there, it's real good. All right, now what we're gonna do is get in here and clean these pistons off and all of these little brake parts. All right, but before we do that, we gotta remove something. It's a pin back here that needs to come out. So we just pull that out like that, real easy, it slides out. This holds the brake pads in place. We have to clean this as well before we put it back in. But remember the way it goes in there, all right? So if you gotta take a picture like I did, take a picture so you can see which way the prongs are facing and all that to kind of make it easier for you. So let's set that bad boy out there. Now all we're gonna use is soap and water. Will this stay here? I need something a little more. No, that's cool. Going too crazy. So I got some soapy water in here. Give it a good shake, rattle, and roll. You know what I'm saying? Get all up in there. See that soapy water? Front and back. Get it sprayed up. Do not cheat your brakes, y'all. Bad brakes mean you gonna fly. You don't wanna fly. Get that sprayed real good. Douse it. You know what I mean? Now we come in with our brush and we brush. Always use gloves, man. This stuff, brakes are nasty. Brake fluid and all that stuff, it's nasty. I see a lot of people that do this with no gloves on. Hey, look, man, it's your life, but hey, all this stuff coming off these lines, boy, ain't no telling. Contaminants, carcinogens, whatever they call it. Man, look, it might not hit you today, but a few years down the line, next thing you know, you messed up. So be smooth. See, look at this. This is nasty, boy. I'll do this for a while to really get it clean. See how it's coming off though? It's coming off, it take time. Take a cleaner brush too. This brush I got is filthy. Clean that off a little bit. Go back in, scrub some more. Really want to get them Pistons, man. Shout out to Detroit. Detroit Pistons, you know what I'm saying? Blake Griffin, you know what I mean? Y'all was all right when y'all had Blake Griffin. If you from Detroit, man, drop a comment down or something. So this gonna take a little while. I'm gonna do this and then show y'all what it look like when it gets done. Make sure you get the back. Come back here, spray it from the back. It's clearing out. It's clearing out. Look at that. Falling right off. Do a little more scrubby dub. That's how you get in there and reach from the back, boy. Pause. Here we go. Get all up in there, kid. Get all up in there. After we do this, we're gonna hit it with the brake fluid, so don't trip if you feel like you ain't get everything. We just cleaning up the big boy gunk on here. And watch how it look when we rinse it off. So that's done, so we're gonna do a 2-stage rinse. First stage, it's gonna be soap water. Look at how that's coming off. Look at how that's coming off. Turn them around. All right, that's the soap blast. Let that post. Then come with this straight water blast. Any stubborn pieces you may see, come back, hit it with this, come from the back on this. Yep. Come back around up in here. Then hit it again. First the soap. All right, now come with the water. I'm doing this all in the garage, no sink. Then I'm gonna come back and hit this with that brake cleaner. Really get him shined up. Let him sit for a minute. All right, so this is how we got it looking so far. Pretty decent. Now what I'm gonna do, hit it with a little bit of brake cleaner to get some of these tough spots. And then we're gonna put the brake pads in there, so. All right, we got a new brush, clean brush, so we won't add old dirt onto this. And we also have We also have our contact brake cleaner. Now, I'm in the garage. I'm about to open this garage and make sure I got a fan on so I'm not breathing none of this stuff in. This is vapor harmful. You see that? Eye and skin, so be careful. Also, be careful when you're spraying this stuff in there because all these circles that are like inside of here, you'll spray that stuff in and it'll circle back and blast you in the eyeball, so be smooth. Cover your eyes. Put some glasses on or something. I mean, our fan is on. Fan is on, the garage is open. Let's spray this thing down. Watch your eyes. Real light. See that? Come back and hit you. Okay, with this brush. This piece. All right, sorry about that, y'all. My memory done went out on me on the camera, so I had to reload this bad boy up. But we cleaned it out. We got this bad boy cleaned out, front and back, looking good. Pistons looking good, out, damn near fully extended. All of them looking pretty equal from here. Oh yeah, we also cleaned off this clip that goes to the back right here. Remember earlier we took this off? Clean this bad boy off. We're gonna put that back in there and all that. Put us in the game like a ball cap. But before we do that, we're gonna spray these pistons with a little bit of silicone. And what that'll do is it'll keep some of the dirt and debris off of these pistons. And then next time we clean it, it'll be easier to take that dirt and debris off. This is a little tip for some longevity. So this is what I'm using here, just a silicone lubricant. I'm gonna put this right up in here. Not a lot, just a little bit. Get it on each side. Get some over here. We go around the back. Some right here. Let that go around the back. That's all you need, just a little bit, just a little tad. Just a little tad. We'll come back with this. Dry it off. Get all that extra lubricant off of there. Definitely get inside of the pistons. Definitely don't want to leave any lube inside of there. That way it won't come back and hunt you. The back here. Get good money. Wipe off any excess. Make sure you're in the clear. All right, now we in the game. See the pistons looking brand new. Siliconed up. Let them bad boys dry for a little bit. Then we're gonna put our new pads in. All right, now we got our new brake pads. These are the kind of brake pads we will be using. Shout out to Mountain Motorsports for hooking me up. put me in the game like a ball cat. Before we put these on, it's very important that you guys remember this. Before we put these on, number one, we gotta put this back on. This is what holds the pads in place. And number two, we're gonna have to push these in. We're gonna have to push these bad boys in to get some space to fit these in. So let's do that. What I'm gonna do to push them in is use my old pad. Or actually, what I'm gonna do to push them in is use my damn fingers. They're sliding in easy now. They sliding in real easy peasy. Not sure if y'all can see that. All right, so we got them back in, tad bit. Now it's time to get our new boys out. But remember, I had that silicone on there. Some of that is on my fingers. You don't want this on your brake pad, so I'm gonna get a whole nother set of gloves. Got our brand new brake pads. Now it's important that you don't touch this part. This is the part that's gonna go against the brake disc, all right? So, kind of give you a comparison. This is the old pad. This is the new pad. All right. Oh yeah, we gotta put this back in here. I almost forgot. All right, let's get this bad boy back in here before we put the pads in. Remember the way that it went in. This should be facing the top. There we go. Can I get it curved in? Bam, we in there. Right there on deck. See that? And that's gonna hold the pads in place when we put them bad boys up in there. Look how shiny that is. Boy, I'm gonna go through a whole pack of gloves doing this, but hey, do it the right way. Gloves are cheap. Your life is not. You feel me? Brand new set, man. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Make sure your fingertips are crispy clean when you put these brakes on. If you value your life, make sure your fingers is tip-top, crispy clean, family. Don't touch these. Now it's time to set these bad boys back up in here. Gonna do one side at a time. And if we do it right, it should just slide in real easy. Right here, right here. Drop that in. Let's see. Man, sometimes you gotta get. Sometimes it can get a little tricky. There you go. That's what that spring does. If you can see that spring, that's what it does. Press it down to that spring will hold them bad boys on there. So we got one side in. Let's see if we can fit the other in with no problem. Fingertips clean. Take this other side, just like a puzzle. If it doesn't fit in right, That means you did something wrong. There we go. Damn. Hold on, y'all. It gets a little tricky. There we go. Come on. Get up in there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna slide this one in first. And then do this one. Bam. There we go. That's what it's about. That's what 6 Gear University is about, man. Learning. Brand new brakes put in these bad boys. Now all we gotta do, strap them onto the bike and we ready to hike. Clean off these. Clean off all that old brake dust. It's your fresh disc for them brakes to come on and bite on. All right, everything is cleaned. Brakes replaced, brake pads replaced, calipers clean. Only order of business is to get this back on to the bike, back onto the disc. All right? So to do that, important steps. Gotta get these bolts back in. Remember these bolts? I clean these bad boys off. We're gonna put some copper anti-seize on these bad boys. All right? So what we do, take a little bit. See that copper anti-seize? Do like this. Do just like that, yeah. That's all you need, kid. Apply it just like some, what's it called? What's that stuff called, y'all? Thread locker. Do it the same way. Then what I do, so I don't dirty up my gloves, I take an old glove like this, and I just do that. Get it like that. That's all you need, nothing crazy. Now we got this set. I'm gonna set this in here. I'm gonna set it like this, so nothing gets on it. Now we gotta get low, y'all. We gotta get low like a pro. Oh shit, there we go. All right, kicking everything over in here, man. So now it's time for this chair to go. Get that out the way. Let me see if I can move this camera so I can get in where I need to get in, fit in where I need to fit in. Let me get it lined up right for y'all. There we go. Now this has to go straight back on here. All right, same way we took it off is the way we gotta put it back on. So all we're gonna do, line these puppies up. Sorry, y'all, I know my head get in the way, but I gotta see. Boom. All right, let's take our screw. I like to do the bottom one first. Kind of hold it up, just get it in there. All right, now we got that to hold in place. Let's come back to our anti-seize. That copper, spread that copper on there. Come back with our glove. Rub that anti-seize in there. rub some of it off. Just like that. Throw the other stuff away. Then we come right up in here. Just like that. Get the screwing him in. Now, very important. Do not fully tighten these. Number one, you need a torque wrench to tighten these down to spec. Number two, you want these pads to clamp on to the disc, right? And you want them to clamp on in the right position before you fully tighten the bolts. So we leave it a little bit loose. Then we go to the other side, pump the brakes to get them to clamp onto the disc, hold the brakes, and then tighten it. So that's what we're gonna do now. All right, so we got our tools that we need. Get these bad boys in the position, get them ready to rock. So that way, you ain't gotta go back and there we go, yeah, that's good. Now, this is a torque wrench. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to use this. Put your attachment in there. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. This is going to the left. It ain't doing nothing, all right? When I turn to the right, it tightens. Right, tightens. Now, these are the measurements for the amount of torque that you need for the screw. This screw takes 26 foot-pounds, all right? Right now, we are at 0 foot-pounds. To get to 26, we have to come up here to 25. See where that 25 is? And then 1 from 0 will have us at 26. So this is, once it gets to that 0 at the 25, that's 25. Once it gets to that 1, it's at 26. Once it gets to that 2, 27, 28, 29, all right? So this is what we're gonna do. Turn this bed, well, let's loosen it up. Loosen the bottom here. For those of you who haven't used a torque wrench before, all you do is turn it up. Get it to that number. Get it to that number. What we looking for? 25, right? 25 is right here. Let's get it up to 25. So where that 0 meets that 25. That's what we're trying to do. Almost there. Almost there. Bong. The 0's at the 25, if you can see that. See that 0 at the 25? So to get to 26, we need to get to that 1. So we turn, and that is 26 right here. That's 26 foot-pounds. See? See that little line? It's 25 when it's on 0. It's 26 when it's on that. All right, so remember what I said. We're gonna squeeze the front brake to get these locked on and in position, all right? Then after we do that, that's when we're gonna tighten this bad boy down to spec. And I'm gonna show you what to look for when you get the right torque. So I'm pumping the brakes, very squishy. Now they're tightening up, all right? They tightened up now. So now that they tighten, I can go around with this. I'm squeezing onto the brakes, squeezing onto them, holding them on there. Now we come around with our torque wrench. All right, now listen for the torque sound. Doesn't take a lot. There we go. There's one. 2. Listen again. 1. 2. We in there, baby. Brakes are on.